I couldn't believe it. The front door slammed behind me so hard the windows rattled. "That's it, Lena," Mom shouted from inside. "Get out if you think you know everything." My hands shook as I stood on our front porch. The $300 she'd thrown at me felt like rocks in my pocket. $300. That's what 15 years of being her daughter was worth. I wiped hot tears from my face. My backpack felt too heavy on my shoulder. "Mom, please," I yelled through the door. "I just want to study science. Why is that so wrong?" No answer, just silence. A car drove by slowly, the driver staring. I turned away, embarrassed. Where was I supposed to go now? I pulled out my phone and called Dad with shaky fingers. "Hey, sweetie." His voice was warm and bright, so different from Mom's. "Dad," my voice cracked. I couldn't hold it together anymore. "Lena, what's wrong?" Worry filled his voice. "Mom kicked me out. We had a fight and she told me to come back when I'm somebody." Fresh tears spilled down my cheeks. "Oh no, not again." Dad sighed heavily. "Where are you now? Are you safe?" "I'm just standing outside our house. She threw some money at me and told me to leave." "Listen to me," Dad said firmly. "Your mom loves you, she doesn't know how to show it right. She's scared." "Scared of what?" I snapped. "That I'll waste my life on useless science stuff like she always says. I wish I could help more, but I'm stuck in Canada with this new job. I can't just—" "It's fine," I cut him off. "I'll figure something out." "I'm so sorry, Lena. I'll send you some money as soon as I can." After I hung up, I just stood there. The weight of being totally alone crushed down on me. I started walking, not sure where to go. The 24-hour diner on Main Street glowed in the distance. I headed toward it, dragging my feet. The bell jingled as I pushed open the door. The smell of coffee filled my nose. "Hey there, honey." A waitress with kind eyes waved from behind the counter. "Sit wherever you like." I slid into a booth in the corner, away from the windows. My hands still wouldn't stop shaking. "Just coffee, please," I mumbled when she came over. The waitress studied my face. "You okay, sweetie? You look like you've had a rough night." I nodded, afraid if I spoke I'd start crying again. "Well, you're safe here," she said, patting my shoulder before walking away. Safe? What did that even mean anymore? I pulled out my phone again and texted my best friend Noah. "Mom kicked me out. Can I come over, please?" 3 dots appeared immediately. "Yes, come now. Parents are up, they'll help." I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. At least I had somewhere to go tonight. The next morning, I knocked on Noah's door just as the sun was coming up. My eyes felt puffy and raw. Noah opened the door, his blonde curls sticking up in every direction. His blue eyes went wide. "Whoa, you look terrible." "Thanks," I muttered, stepping inside. "I didn't mean sorry, that was dumb." He pulled me into a hug. "Are you okay?" "Not really." Noah's parents appeared from the kitchen, concern written on their faces. "Lena needs a place to stay," Noah announced. "Her mom kicked her out." Mr. Wilson frowned. "For how long?" I stared at the floor. "I don't know." "She can stay in the guest room," Noah said quickly. "Right." Mrs. Wilson gave me a worried look. "We should call your mother, Lena. She must be." "She doesn't care," I interrupted. "She told me to come back when I'm somebody." Noah's parents exchanged glances. "Just for a few days," Mr. Wilson finally said, "until things cool down." "Thank you," I whispered, relief flooding through me. Once we were alone in the guest room, Noah sat beside me on the bed. "What happened?" I took a shaky breath. "She found the application for the science program. The one in Canada near my dad. She completely lost it, said I was throwing my life away on stupid dreams, and that I'd never amount to anything." Noah's face darkened. "That's so wrong, Lena. You're the smartest person I know." "She doesn't see it that way." I pulled out the crumpled bills from my pocket. $300. That's what she gave me to start my new life. Noah's eyes went wide. "Wow, that sounds like a lot." "It's nothing. Do you know how much rent costs? Food. I can't live on this." "So what are you going to do?" Noah asked quietly. That was the question, wasn't it? What was I going to do? I had no answer. I don't know, I admitted. I've never felt so lost in my entire life. School the next day was a blur. I walked through the hallways like a ghost. My friend Sarah tried to talk to me at lunch, but I barely heard her. After the final bell, I slipped into Mrs. Harper's classroom. She was my science teacher, the only adult who ever believed in me. Mrs. Harper, my voice sounded small. She looked up from her desk. Lena, I was hoping you'd stop by. I wanted to talk about your project for the... She stopped suddenly, her smile dropping. What's wrong? Everything spilled out then, the fight with Mom, getting kicked out, staying at Noah's, my fear about the future. Mrs. Harper listened without interrupting, her face growing more concerned. Oh, Lena, she said when I finished. I'm so sorry this is happening to you. I just don't know what to do, I admitted. I have $300 to my name. Mrs. Harper leaned forward. I have an idea. How would you like to be my lab assistant after school? It's not much, but I can pay you. And I know the tutoring center needs science tutors. Hope flickered inside me. Really? You think I could do that? Absolutely. You're the best science student I've had in years. She smiled warmly. This could be the start of something big for you, Lena. For the first time since Mom kicked me out, I felt a tiny spark of excitement. That night, in Noah's guest room, I pulled out a notebook and started writing. Day 1 on my own, got kicked out. Only have $300, scared but not giving up. Mrs. Harper offered me a job as her lab assistant. Maybe I can make this work. I paused, pen hovering over the page. Then I added, I will become somebody. Just watch me. Have you seen this? Noah waved a bright orange flyer in my face the next day at lunch. Regional science competition. First prize is $10,000 and a scholarship. My heart skipped. $10,000. Plus media coverage and recognition from universities. He pointed at the deadline. It's in 4 weeks. You could totally win this, Lena. I don't know, I hesitated. What would I even do? Something amazing with renewable energy. Like that solar project you've been talking about forever. The idea took root in my mind. If I won, I could prove to Mom I wasn't wasting my life. I could show her I was already somebody. Let's do it, I said, determination rising in me like a tide. That evening, my phone buzzed with a text from Dad. You've always been somebody to me, Lena. Never forget that. Sending money soon. I clutched the phone to my chest, tears stinging my eyes again. But these were different tears. Someone believed in me. Maybe that was enough to start with. I woke up gasping, my heart hammering. In my dream, Mom stood over me, laughing. You'll never be good enough, she had said. Never be anybody worth remembering. I wiped cold sweat from my forehead. The doubt crept in like poison. What if she was right? On my way to school, I spotted Mom's car driving down the street. I ducked behind a tree, not ready to face her. Was she looking for me? Did she regret what she'd done? Part of me hoped so, but another part didn't care anymore. You look awful, Noah said when he saw me at school. Nightmare. I nodded. About Mom. Let it fuel you, he said firmly. Channel it into our project, show her what you're capable of. We spent every afternoon in the school lab with Mrs. Harper. She stayed late to help us, even buying materials we couldn't afford. Why are you doing all this for me? I asked her one day. Mrs. Harper smiled sadly. Because I see myself in you, Lena. My parents didn't support my dreams either. They thought science was a waste of time for a girl. She squeezed my shoulder. Someone helped me once. Now I'm helping you. Our project took shape. A new kind of solar energy storage system that could help communities during power outages. Every circuit I connected, every calculation I made, felt like a step toward proving myself. But time was running out at Noah's house. 2 weeks after I arrived, his parents sat me down. Lena, Mrs. Wilson said gently, we care about you, but this was supposed to be temporary. My stomach dropped. I understand. You can stay until after the science competition, Mr. Wilson added. But then you need to figure out something else. The pressure crushed down on me. Everything hinged on this competition now. The night before the big day, nothing was working right. Noah had gone home, but I stayed in the lab, desperate to fix the problems with our prototype. "Come on, work," I hissed, adjusting wires for the 100th time. Mom's voice echoed in my head. "You'll never amount to anything." "Shut up," I shouted into the empty room. "I will show you, I will show everyone." My hands trembled as I recalibrated the solar cells. One more adjustment, one more try. I flipped the switch. Nothing happened. Tears welled up. I was going to fail. Mom was right all along. Then, just as I was about to give up, the indicator light flickered on. Energy was flowing. The system was working. "Yes," I pumped my fist in the air. "We did it." I slumped to the floor, exhausted but thrilled. Tomorrow I would show the world what I could do. The competition hall buzzed with activity. Displays filled the space, each representing someone's hard work and dreams, just like mine. "You ready?" Noah asked, standing beside our table. "As ready as I'll ever be," I replied, straightening our display. The judges moved from project to project, taking notes and asking questions. My palms grew sweaty waiting for them. Then I saw her, Mom, standing by the entrance, scanning the room. "She came," I whispered, my voice catching. Noah followed my gaze. "Are you okay with this?" Before I could answer, the judges arrived at our table. 3 serious-looking scientists with clipboards. "Tell us about your project," the lead judge said. I took a deep breath and began my presentation, feeling Mom's eyes on me the whole time. I explained how our solar energy storage system worked, how it could help communities during disasters, how it was more efficient than current models. "What inspired this project?" a judge asked. I glanced at Mom across the room. I wanted to show that science can make a real difference, that it's not just a hobby or a waste of time. The questions kept coming. Technical questions about calculations and materials. Practical questions about real-world applications. I answered each one confidently, all those late nights of work paying off. When they finally moved on, Noah hugged me. "You were amazing." Then came the moment of truth. All the competitors gathered in front of the stage. My heart pounded so hard I was sure everyone could hear it. "The 3rd place winner is, not us. The 2nd place winner is, not us either." I squeezed Noah's hand, preparing for disappointment. "And the 1st place winner of this year's regional science competition is Lena Thompson with her innovative solar energy storage solution." I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. "You won," Noah shouted, pushing me toward the stage. "You actually won." In a daze, I accepted the trophy and a check for $10,000. Cameras flashed. People clapped. The head judge shook my hand. "You have an incredible future ahead of you," she said. "We're very impressed." After the ceremony, I searched the crowd for Mom. I wanted to see her face, to show her my trophy and the check. To say, "Look, I am somebody." But she was gone. "Where's your mom?" Noah asked, looking around. "She left," I said, disappointment washing over me. "She didn't even stay to see if I won." Noah put his arm around me. "Her loss. You were brilliant today, Lena, and this is just the beginning." I nodded, trying to push away the hurt. I'd won the competition. I'd proven my worth. If Mom couldn't see that, maybe it was time to stop trying to convince her. That night, I added to my journal. Day 28, I won $10,000 and a scholarship. News reporters interviewed me. Scientists want to help develop my project further. Mom came but left before the awards. It still hurts, but I'm starting to realize something important. I don't need her approval to be somebody. I already am. A week later, I stood outside Mom's house, newspaper in hand. The front page headline read, "Local teens' innovation could change how we store energy." I knocked on the door, my heart racing but my resolve firm. The door opened slowly. Mom stood there, looking tired. "Lena," she said, surprise in her voice. "Hi, Mom." I held out the newspaper. "I thought you might want to see this." She took it hesitantly, eyes scanning the headline. I heard you won." I did, I said. I came back now that I'm somebody, just like you said. But I realized I was always somebody, just not the somebody you wanted me to be. Mom's face hardened. Is that what you think, that I wanted you to be someone else? Isn't it true? You never supported my interest in science. You called it a waste of time. I was trying to protect you, she snapped. The real world isn't kind to dreamers, Lena. I didn't want you to struggle like I did. But I'm good at this, Mom, really good. And now I've been accepted into that science program in Canada, near Dad. Her face paled. You're leaving. Yes, I found a place where people believe in me. I took a deep breath. I wanted you to be one of those people. I still do. For a moment, I thought I saw tears in her eyes. But then she crossed her arms, walls going back up. Fine, if that's what you want. It is. I stepped back, disappointment mixing with relief. I'll always be your daughter, Mom, but I need to follow my own path now. As I walked away, I felt lighter somehow. The hurt was still there, but something else too, pride in what I'd accomplished, excitement for what was next. Noah waited at the corner, grinning when he saw me. How did it go? I glanced back at Mom's house one last time. It went exactly how it needed to. So, Canada next? He asked. I nodded, a smile spreading across my face. Canada next. The future stretched out before me, full of possibilities. I wasn't just somebody now. I was becoming exactly who I was meant to be all along.